Okay, hey y'all. Hold on, let me make sure that y'all can actually hear us. Let's see. Okay, cool. Y'all should be able to hear us. Okay.
And if you haven't heard what it is, this is the Make It Make Sense podcast.
Yes.
Take
two.
Yeah, take two. I'm just one of y'all hosts. You know, they call me J.E. from the J.E. Show, and I am here with the lovely Ashanti After 9.
Yes, hey y'all, it's your girl Ashanti After 9, and thank you for tuning in again. Y'all, we had a little technical difficulty, but it's okay because we back on the screen. And I know you didn't hear us, so we're gonna go ahead and run it from the top. Today's episode is called Double the Love, Triple the Drama. So before we get into the topic, I do want to announce some upcoming events coming up this Sunday, April 13th at 6:30. We do have Success in the City. Make sure you have your all black on with a hint of gold. You have your tickets, you have your seat, because we do have plates, we do have food, and we have some amazing business owners and amazing entrepreneurs that are going to be recognized in the city of Birmingham for all the great things that they do. I'm going to be on the red carpet. I'm so excited to be an ambassador for Success in the City. Make sure you meet me there. We're not doing any mess this time, but we will be getting to the business.
Straight up.
All right.
Straight up.
So, y'all, we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about Mr. Polyfly himself right here on the couch with us.
No.
Yes, we are. And we're also going to talk about Nick Cannon dating those twins. And the girl was saying that they be getting into things all together, a little incestuous activity. And we're going to be talking about
like they experience that.
Ew. And we're going to talk about Brent Faiyaz. If y'all can hear us, can y'all please drop something in the comments just to give us some confirmation that you can hear us, please? Oh. So we're going to start off with a game, y'all. So this is going to be a Would You Rather. So I'm going to ask you a question. Would you rather? And I don't want no explanation. I just want you to pick.
All right, no explanation. We just, okay.
Okay. Cool. So would you rather be the primary partner, or would you rather be the person on the side that gets all the fun?
Repeat that question again.
Would you rather be the primary partner, but share your partner, your spouse, or be the side dude and get all the fun?
I would rather be the side dude that gets all the fun.
Okay. So would you rather go through a public breakup, or would you rather your girl be so private on social media that everybody thinks that she is single?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
It should be.
I would rather go through the private breakup.
So you want your girl to be single out here in these streets?
No, see
I'm talking butt shots, like she up in the camera with her booty tilted up in the air, like they think she's single, so she's doing single girl stuff. Or a public breakup.
Okay, I'll take the public breakup because I've done the public breakup before, and I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, I came out stronger. You feel me? Like it didn't really fault me. You know what I'm saying?
Wizard Kelly till I'm married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't know we together, they don't know what we got going on. I'm cool with maybe a more private situation.
Yeah, I like that.
If you airing my business out on the internet, it's gonna be an issue for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, last question we got, or second to last question. Okay, would you rather your partner call you the wrong name in bed, or when they're introducing you to friends and family, they call you their ex name?
Call me the ex name all day.
In front of family?
In front of family, yes. Because like I feel as though, you know, some women have introduced, especially at this age, you know, at the age of 30, you know, I'm 33. You got some women, they didn't introduce so many, men and, young men, young boys to their family and to their friends and to the group chat. Oh, girl, I'm dating, you know. Sometimes you might get mixed up. Oh. You know, you didn't introduce at least by 10 to 15, you know, to the family. You might
10 to 15 people?
Hey, you never know these days. I mean, you got to think some of us have been dating since we've been 16, 17. So, I mean, who knows how many people mom have met, or, you know, the friends have met, or who they know about.
No.
Could be in the 20s, could be in the 30s.
I know this probably is controversial. I would prefer private embarrassment than public embarrassment. Okay. I actually was around this guy I used to date. I'm not going to give his business out. Mm-hmm. I went to see him. His mom ended up calling me the wrong name.
Yeah, it can happen.
I think she did it on purpose though, because the name she called me ended up being the lady who birthed his twins shortly after. So I think she was trying to let me know, baby, get up out of here. You know what I mean, baby, get up out of here.
Man, and people do that too.
You don't want my son.
People do that. You have to watch out for that.
Yeah. So just embarrass me in private. Okay, do not do it in public.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Is it possible for women to love two people at the same time?
I mean, I love my man and I love the Lord, you know. I love my daddy. Yeah, I mean, but it romantically, for me, no. See, because I'm with my man. What?
Do you have any friends that have been in love with two men at the same time?
It's too much ping for me to fall in love. It's just too much going on. It's too much. No.
I mean, I'm gonna ask the people in the comments, like, do y'all believe that I ain't gonna just put it on women, but do you believe that people can love two people at the same time?
No.
No? I don't agree with that.
I think falling in love is a choice though.
Falling in love?
Yeah, like choosing to be in love is a choice. I do think so. I don't think it's like this osmosis, like feeling and overwhelming. I think and look, this is controversial too. I think unconditional love is only reserved for parent and child. I don't think unconditional love is reserved between partners, because if the conditions of that love change, you would no longer be in that relationship.
I'm glad you said that. Some of us love differently and we define love differently. As one of those people who
you finna get deep. We got one more question.
I'm finna get deep. But I ain't gonna make it boring. As one of those people who I love hard and I'm real big on like loyalty and things like that. When things don't work out, it kind of hurts you. You get what I'm saying? Especially like when you feel like you've done everything on your part to make sure that things go forward. So they kind of hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, we got one more question that we need to ask Mr. Polyfly himself.
Man, what are you talking about?
Before we get into it, okay, and if you're in the comments too, do you believe that men deserve to be poly? Please. I need to know in the comments. I need some yeses. I need some no's. Do men deserve to be poly? The reason why I asked that is because this man sat on this couch last Tuesday and told us that some young lady rolled over in the bed, rolled over from getting off work, some kind of way, something happened. She turned to this man and said he deserved 2 wives. And I'm just confused about it. If you missed the clip, we're going to go ahead and roll the clip from last week. Do men deserve to be poly?
I don't even remember saying any of this stuff.
You said it.
I don't even remember saying any of this stuff. I just feel like it's just being put on me. But until we get the video to play, I will say this. Scroll down, producer. You good. Scroll down. Take it.
There you go.
Yeah, take
video clips.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, we're finna get into Justin, y'all. There we go.
I was talking to 2 to 3 women at the same time while I was single. And it's like,
are you poly?
I'm not poly. I've had a few women presented to me and told me that I deserve it. Let me prop my feet up while I say that. They told me that I deserve that type of lifestyle. And so when you ask me, am I poly? No, I'm not. But
will you?
I've been told that I deserve it.
Would you be poly if the opportunity presented itself?
Oh yes.
What kind of poly life would you have?
Are you poly?
I know y'all heard that foolishness.
Are you poly?
I know y'all. Ladies, if you're in the comments, please let me know if you ever rolled around and seen your man and said, "Ooh, baby, you deserve to have another me around here."
Oh my goodness!
I just want to know.
Can we put this on the screen, please?
No.
Antoine Currington said, "It's not a deserved thing; it's a nature thing." And so, when I told you that these women told me that I deserved it, it was more of natural. I didn't have to say much. I didn't have to introduce myself as, "Hey, I'm Justin. the guy that is interested in having multiple wives. My goal is to build an empire with multiple wives, 12 children, and 3 different houses on 5 acres of land. No, I didn't have to introduce myself like that. But just because of who I was, you know what I'm saying, and who I am, you know, you can't get upset because these 2 women had the eye to be able to spot a king when they saw one. And that's one thing that I do want to discuss on this show, and I'm gonna pass it over to you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the issue with, or it's not even necessarily an issue, but we have to be able to understand that everybody doesn't have the same eye. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody don't have the same eye.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some guys you get around with and they may look at you like you may be a fling. And then you got some guys, when they look at you on the first day, they look at you like, this my soulmate. I don't never want to spend another day without you. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you had a wrong eye. Hey, I didn't see.
See, this is where it goes for me.
Like that, you know, like
so when you have men, I think men only want to be compared to animals when it comes to poly. I swear to God, I don't see y'all trying to compare yourselves to animals when y'all get big, fat, overweight. I don't see y'all comparing yourselves to animals any other time than if it's about being poly or having intercourse with multiple women. And let me tell you something too. If you're really interested in how primates work and how that thing works, they don't even do the bang bang for pleasure. They only do it for procreation.
Right.
So it can never be the same.
But at what moment did you hear me say, or those women, that you deserve to have multiple sex workers, or, you know what I'm saying, you deserve to have multiple people that are just at your, you know, like, that's not what they said. I never said that either. I didn't come off as this hypersexual gentleman that is just so craving, you know, for different fleshes of women where I just need to have, I never said it that way. The thing is,
that's how it come across though.
But the thing is, listen, if you know me, if you know me, everybody don't know. I don't expect everybody in the comments to know me. I don't expect them to get who I am. But if you know me, you might be like, yeah, he do this.
I'm not seeing it. Like, who rolling over? Let me tell you. If I start telling a man,
he might.
You can date another girl, I don't like that man no more. Get up off of me.
Especially in this age with Americanized women. You know, I mean, with Americanized women. And I want to get down to that. You got a lot of traditional, raised by grandma, good nurturing spirit, and they aren't filled with the world in them. You got some good ones out there.
Who grandma was poly?
You now listen to me. Listen to me. You got some good women out there. Like, I mean, and then they may be good in my eyes. There's other people who may feel like, well, a progressive woman who is caught up in today's era and is smart and understands business and like, yeah, cool, bro. Give me a traditional one. I want somebody who not trying to be like how grandma was, but she didn't work or couldn't work or had limited access or limited what is the word? Because a lot of women felt suppressed, you know, back in the day. I don't want my woman to feel like that at all. But you got a lot of good traditional non-Americanized, and what I mean by non-Americanized as far as not caught up in this BS that America and our music and reality TV paints in today's era. Then you got some other women where they caught up in all of that BS and they caught up in the statistics of, well, hold on, he only made $52,000 on paper. So that ain't gonna be the right situation for me. And they playing this game to where they trying to find the right one while adding on more bodies. But you know what I'm saying? Still trying to find the right one, you know, playing this. Like, then you got those, and then you got some people where it's like, hey, I refuse to cook. I ain't cooking no more. I'm auntie.
I thought aunties cook. Nieces don't cook. It's nieces.
No, you got some where they like, I'm gonna be auntie. I don't want no kid. I don't want no kids.
Because auntie got potato salad arm. She's cooking.
But you got some of these where I don't want no kids. I don't want to cook. I don't want to clean. I don't want to do that. But I want you. Yeah, I want you. And what if that man, wants what he wants? You get what I'm saying?
I think though, and I'm glad you said that, it is women out here that are really into the 50-50 thing, right? And men out here too. Yeah, it is. They're called feminists. And men that want women to show up and help the household move forward. They not like, oh, when grandma was at home, not taking care of the house. They want women that's going to go out there and work. Help us build this relationship.
Yeah.
Get a feminist. They believe in what you believe. They believe in equality. They believe in...
They do?
Yeah.
I've never heard...
A feminist?
Feminists?
Yeah.
Man, feminists give the most problems.
Oh, no. They're going to meet... That's your match.
From what I hear in the male circles, feminists are some of the ones that we have problems with. You can spot them out on first date. Like, you know what? I won't be dating this one again. No,
you got to give them a chance because they're gonna show up where you lacking. You down 500. You don't got it for the rent. They've been working. They ready to do it. Feminists want to work.
Yeah,
they want to contribute.
Hey, thank you for educating me on that.
They don't want to cook all the time, right? Because they gonna lower themselves on that, so you can rise to that occasion, right? Just like they're gonna rise to other occasions. So
I have a testimony for you. I don't care how the person feels because I'm not gonna name their name. I'm not gonna be like just hilarious.
Okay.
So I was talking to this chick.
Okay.
And she was talking to me. Hey, forgive me for that smack, now, dog. That was sassy as I don't know what, bro.
Oh Lord, no diddy,
man. No diddy at all. I was talking to this chick. It probably was a smack because it's a sad situation. It's a tough story right here. Shawty told me that she want to be with me. And this is the number one turnoff for me. Talking to me, but always talking about your exes and the situations that you done been through with them. Then when I hear some of the situations that you went through and journeyed with them, I'm like, bro, why are you trying to appease to me how smart and upright and celibate and all this, but then I hear you getting dragged through the mud by Larry, TJ, and Poo Poo, in the street. But when you get to me, you want to be all demure. Yeah, man, I ain't dealing with that.
I feel like men that think like that, they want to drag you through some more trauma too.
No, not me. Not me.
Yes,
my goal is to uplift you. You know what I'm saying?
Why y'all can't show up here like y'all did for Ray so I could do you the same way? No. You don't want her to come her best form with you?
But look, let me make sure I don't forget this story because you know how my mind is. It moves.
Okay.
So Shada was like, yeah, I was dating this dude, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, like you talking to him? She's like, yeah. And his problem is every girl he talked to, he makes them feel like he's their girlfriend. I'm like, I'm just listening, like, oh, okay, cool. That was up. And shoot, he was talking to me, but I found out he was talking to another girl. I'm like, all right, cool. They were both having intercourse. But listen to this. This how I tell you, like, I know it's not necessarily talked about all the time, on podcasts and stuff. But y'all say this stuff privately, and I be hearing it. I'm not being professional right now. I be hearing it. Shawty told me, she said, he wanted to have sex so much that it was too much for me. I'm talking about he like to go 4 rounds a day.
Oh, he don't got no job.
So she told me, she said, it might be 2 or 3 days where I don't hear from him, but she said, I used to be glad because maybe he can go put his energy off on somebody else because he got me tired. Now, this came from one of those upstanding, demure, want to, make 100,000 plus a year, always on social media with their standards and what they require and what they not going to allow. And then you trying to appease to me, the king. Dap me up or something. You gotta dap me up on that. You trying to get with the king, and then telling me a backstory like this. But listen, it let me know when she said that, she laughed behind it. It let me know, like, hey, there are women out there who might be dealing with a man who may be hypersexual, and it might be too much for them, and they might need another tag team partner. Like, I don't know, because there are marriages that participate in swinging.
That ain't what this is.
Swinging about concepts. There are marriages that participate in open relationships.
That's not what that's about.
There are marriages where they give you free passes. I mean, we've seen this. Like, hey, today your free pass day.
That's not what her situation is about.
How do you feel about all of that? How do you feel about
Let me talk to you, lady.
All of that. How do you feel about that?
Recognize when you're dealing with possibly a drug addict. Just recognize it. All right, he's on perks. He's on something. 4 times a day. He has no. When is he at work? He's too busy working on you. He probably trying to work his way for somewhere to stay. Right? And he go home and get some more clothes 2 days later. Do not stop letting these drug addicts hunch on y'all like this and tear y'all body down. It's a man out here that want to love you and protect you and take care of you. He trying to beat you down and stay with you. Please. She running from the D for real life. He's on drugs. And also,
did she ask the right questions? Upon getting engaged with him? She probably would have found out about his sexual nature.
She got engaged with him after he was beating her walls down like that.
Yeah,
oh my God. Hey. Lady. She probably was embarrassed by this point.
Embarrassed for what? Because she may stumble every night.
She just said, I had painted this picture with this guy. Everybody think he's great. In the bedroom, he's tearing the headboard up. I can't do it no more. Did she go through with the marriage?
No.
I know she pulled out.
No.
You dealing with somebody on drugs.
Once she found out that he was treating everybody as if they were his main girl, she decided to exit out. But she also mentioned to me, maybe it was a joke, but I heard it. And when I heard it, I documented it for a time like this. When Ashanti, called me and said, hey, let's do a podcast. And I'm like, man, I got some stuff I need to tell you. I didn't heard women tell me that I hope that he out there giving his energy to somebody else because he killing me at home.
He probably also might be in the men too.
Oh my God!
See, let me tell you. I'm glad I got a platform for this. The reason why women say, "Are you gay?" Right, and it's just a question. It's because you go through so many avenues to attain this high when you're doing what you're doing, and you get to the end. That I feel like you are not taking note. So, like, if the girl's not really rocking like that, and maybe some questionable gentleman is around. And you like, I got to fulfill this need, you're gonna go. I just feel like it in my spirit, in my heart, telling me that man got other things. He's dealing with demons. He got other demons out there, and those demons are homosexuality. That's how I feel. That's why he outside trying to hunch everything down to the ground, because he's facing demons of homosexuality. And if you're in the comments, lady, please tap in and let me know. If you see a man and he can't do anything but hunch like a rabbit all day, all night, he is dealing with demons. And we can't help him with that. It's only Boochie Cat that can do that for him.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to let you know. That's a crazy amount of times. 4 times. If that's 3 days, that's 12
because my
times.
mama watches this show, it's just certain things I can't say, so.
Hey, mama.
I'm gonna let Ashanti just say what she want to say. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
I do not agree with that. I do not agree that. And here's one of the narratives. I mean, y'all man can't keep y'all Johnson in your pants. Y'all sleeping with everybody. Y'all must be gay. Like no. Wait. No. Just because a man decides to not be faithful to you, because that's what it comes down to. We go on social media and we make these posts. We like people know who you was dating because they saw you dating them, and they saw you on the Snapchat, and y'all was in the picnic, enjoying, Lunchables and stuff, doing y'all thing. And then you get on social media when he make you mad and he go back to his baby mama, and it's like, Y'all just be sleeping with everybody. I'm starting to think they just gay now.
No, that's not the same situation.
No.
That's not the same situation.
Maybe. Now, I've heard this from Sister April Nicole. Sister April Nicole calls this bad vagina management. Because you can't manage your vagina well, you have to figure out, why is it that he don't like mine? Like, what am I doing wrong that it wasn't tight enough, or maybe the experience with me, it wasn't enough to keep his mind off of whomever else? Because that's their goal. Some of these chicks, they know, I know who you've been messing with. Come on over here. I'm going to see if I can convince you. Then I'm going to post you. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to flex on your ex or your baby mama with you. But then when that I call it a Dorito. When that Dorito not able to crunch like it's supposed to, now we start coming up with excuses as why men, you know, look in other places. And not all of them are gay. You do have some bisexual.
Right.
But
yeah. That's not synonymous. That's
some of us just want a better situation.
Okay, I do have a question for you though. to get back on the podcast, we done went on a tangent, y'all. And you know how it goes. Okay, let's see. Poly are for those who have ethical readiness. Everyone is aware, morally, and emotionally prepared to be involved.
I do not agree. That is so wrong.
You know what? I'm gonna say this too. And I hope it's pronounced correctly, but I'm gonna say this too. I do agree that everybody needs to be on one accord. I feel like the display in which we see, they're never on one accord, right? We have television shows, we have other forms of media, even people in the Birmingham area that are poly, and every couple of months or so, somebody falling off, somebody getting on, somebody got pregnant, somebody fell off, they broke up, they X this one out the picture. It's always something different. So I think that that's the ultimate goal, but I don't think that it's always that level of readiness that you speak of. Oh, I gotta sneeze.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel what she's saying because for one, economical needs to be the goal. Let me make sure I read it. People those have ethical readiness. Everyone is aware. All right, my fault. I heard you wrong. I thought you said economically.
No, ethical.
Sorry about that, Queen Sheba. I apologize. Yeah, it takes ethics. I thought she said economics, and I'm like,
It does.
No, it does take economics, but that's going to help us roll into, I think, the next segment of our show, where you see some people who they got plenty of economics, but they don't have the ethics to go with it. You get what I'm saying? And so it causes them to start, ruling with a toxic power compared to if you really take time and do things right, you could probably create something beautiful, if you took time to ethically do it right. Now, I think part of her statement was everyone is aware, morally, and emotionally prepared to be involved. I thought she was saying that we all.
Oh, no. There's people in the poly.
Yeah, no, we not. Yeah.
So I do want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Right. So back to when we were talking about how poly could be, back to like biology and y'all tying in animals. That's the only time y'all want to be.
I never mentioned the lion today.
Okay. But anyways, so why do men cite biological instincts for polyamory, but dismiss a woman's desire for security as clinginess and unrealistic?
I believe that those men probably use that as an excuse to probably suppress her feelings. And so once again, if you're going to be dealing with multiple women, you got to understand that, you're going to get multiple vaginas. Yeah, and you're going to get multiple people on the side of you. But you also got to deal with multiple emotions and personalities and spirits. And so that could be sometimes draining if you're not ready for it. You get what I'm saying? If you're not prepared for it. I think that's where a lot of the situations fail.
And I want to read her comment right before Justin's comment. A lot of folk poly.
My fault. Go ahead.
Both of y'all doing the same thing at the same time.
I'm sorry.
You can go cheat. Okay. A lot of folk poly for unethical reasons. Back in holier times, you got an extra wife because your brother died to keep his offspring. Not you. Okay. You know what?
No, I mean, but that might be true.
No.
Like what I said.
Who grandma out here got married to their brother-in-law?
But no, he said in ancient times.
Oh, okay.
Ancient times.
Okay.
And so I agree with him. Like,
no.
Listen, Ashanti, I'm gonna do a video on this real soon.
Okay.
You got some women where they're just not gonna get married because I believe that there are more women being born than men, so they're just not.
That's in the Bible too.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah.
So cool. Then it's a lot of gay men out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, now y'all see the gay men, but okay. I just talked about it. Now everybody act like they don't know what I'm talking about. Now we see the guy. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to my dogs out there doing their thing, man. Then shoot, you got the ones that are bisexual. Because you got some women who date bi men and they are for them. You know, they're for the honesty of I don't mind. Then you got the straight man. What I'm saying is the possibility for you to get married to what you want to get married to is getting real slim. Then you got women where they're like, hey, maybe I didn't grow up with a mom and a good grandma to teach me how to do all of this, but this good king still need what he need. He grew up 18 years with a meal cooked at least 4 times a week on Saturdays and Sundays. Not every day, not 3 times a day, but he grew up with at least a meal always in the refrigerator. I know some dudes that grew up with 2 pitchers of Kool-Aid in the refrigerator. Either I'm finna come to your house and there's no love here.
No,
like, how can I adapt to that? How can I adapt to being loved on for 18 years, then to come here and you telling me what you're not gonna do?
No, she's gonna make the spaghetti and the Alfredo like your mom. Y'all just act like y'all can eat that no more.
Look, I'm one of them people where this is just me because I got a different grace and I'm not that hard on a. You know how to feel that in? You know what I'm saying? Some, effort is everything to me. Like, if you try for me, cool. But you got something like, hey, my mama, I'm not that type of guy. Effort is everything. Everybody not gonna be your mama. But that telling me what you not gonna do, that's gonna end up you either being one of the chicks I talk to or a sister wife. I mean, and that's just depending on who you dealing with. Like, it's some men, they like, you know what, bro? No, my wife don't cook. You know, no, man, she don't cook. We just, I just go without. And it's like, yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Okay.
Your wife would have been a sister wife dealing with me because yeah, hey, whatever. We're gonna puzzle you together till I make the one I want since you wanna. And it's the last thing I'm gonna say before I turn it over. My goal is to be if I'm not the perfect man that you want, I'll run through the wall to be it. I don't know if every man, I don't know how all men operate, but it's like, me, if this is somebody that I'm going to be with forever and I'm going to run through the brick wall. But you got some people who they'll be around you, but they are unwilling to do the things that I just wanted to say that. That's all.
So, last question. Are you poly? Or are you monogamous?
What are you talking about?
What's your preference?
I am monogamous.
Okay.
I am monogamous.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked that. I was raised to be monogamous. I grew up, in the church, but I also grew up in a family where I saw men loving on women, and I ain't gonna say the right way, not saying they were doing it the wrong way, but the women in my family, they were some tough cookies, so I saw them love by remaining silent and not arguing, at certain times, not raising their voice when they probably could have at certain times, doing things to make sure that the marriage still went forward, when they probably could have emotionally checked out. Never seen any man in my family call a woman out of their name or hit them or raise their hand. Never. So that's how I was raised. We in a different generation. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to say, oh, this is why I think differently from the men of that time. No. True, they had multiple wives back in the day. They got multiple wives now, and they still gonna be doing it from here forward. But if my mama was to see this and my daddy, they like, man, what is this dude talking about? He was not raised to be like that.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation, it's just more of I understand how poly can work. Especially if you talking about building something. True, dude's gonna run, I ain't gonna say we're gonna run out of semen by 45, but you're gonna have some troubles as far as your sexual pleasures as you continue to get older. So if you are interested in poly, that can be something that you just banking it all on. You get what I'm saying?
Well, for me, can't lie, I am a monogamous girl. I would be open to poly, but it has to be in strict. I'm real strict over here with mine.
What are those rules?
Okay.
What does that look like?
I need my own house. I don't want to live with you and your other wives. Those are your relationships with those other women. Those are your kids with those women. I do want the kids to get together and play, right? I don't want to watch them while y'all go on date night. Not for me. I also don't mind you doing what you got to do. Take care of me. I need to be well taken care of. I'm not in this going to work and I get paid on Thursday and I got to give some of my check to you because Jessica over there, she needs some money for her baby. I'm not into that. That's y'all kid. Maybe you can get together with the other wives. Maybe they into mixing the pot up like that. I'm not.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not poly, and that's one of my rules now, Ashanti.
Yeah, I don't want to commingle. I want you to have your own relationship with that lady over there. Let me have my relationship. I don't want to live with her. I'm not gonna be adversarial. We're not gonna fight. It's cool, but if you want to lay your head safely over here, I want to make sure I'm getting my time, my energy, and making sure that I'm taken care of.
So
being kids, yeah.
What would cause you to want to be in a poly situation? Like, does he got to have enough money? Like,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Money.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be the start of it. I would love to be somewhere.
He got to be a good dude.
He has to be a great dude. You know, a great communicator. I don't want to be the first wife. I don't. I think legally he can marry some other person. I'm cool with not being a legal wife.
Queen Sheba says, "My own house, please. Have me over there." See, it sounds like y'all want to be.
I like what they doing overseas.
Y'all want to be pa. Y'all don't want to be poly.
No. I like what they doing overseas. Yeah, the Western stuff over here, mixing all the money together, everybody get paid every 2 weeks. That's not for me. Take me overseas. I will go ahead and wear my garb. My man taking care of me at the house.
So we get 2-3 acres, and then y'all get y'all own 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
2 bed.
I know you ask for no 3-bedroom. God, dog.
I gotta negotiate for me and mine. Like I do.
Everybody can't have no 4-bedroom. Now, come on now. You don't need.
I don't know what they want. They gonna talk to you about what they want. I don't got nothing to do with that. Make sure the cash flow don't stop with me.
All right, so maybe I'm just thinking about me, how I'm negotiating. All right, everybody get a 3-bedroom, 1.5. You know what I'm saying? 1.5. Because you shouldn't be having that many guests.
1.5.
You can bring all the guests come to my house.
I know for what?
A 1.5. A 2.5 for the children. Yeah, one for you.
Now.
Yeah, one for the children. All right, one for the guests. All right, that makes sense.
And also, you know, I don't want to be having nothing to do with those relationships.
It sounds like you want to be halfway poly.
No, I want to do what they doing overseas. I'm not doing what y'all doing over here. This is brainwashed poly. This is not what they set up. We just adopted something. Now everybody trying to go to work and work every 2 weeks at the factory and then get together and be a poly. I'm not doing that. Sign me up for what they doing over the seas. That's what I want to do.
I want to ask you a question, and I hope it doesn't mess up the flow of the show.
Okay.
So I want to talk about these women who may have multiple men. Yeah. Oh, the men should be able to take care of each wife equally.
Yes, and nicely. Sure. But put nicely on there too. I don't want to be living in a shack. I don't want to be living down the street. I really don't even want to live in a quad. We don't even have to do that. Let me live in the United States. Come see me for 3 months out of the year and go and travel and see otherwise. I'm cool with that. I just want 2 years though. I can do 2 years.
Good people, if y'all watching this right now, man, we are on Make It Make Sense with Ashanti After 9 and the JE Show. If y'all could do us a favor, please do us a favor and like this video and share it, please.
Please.
So that we can move forward.
Yes, in the transition, I do have a question for you in the comments. I need you to answer very quickly.
Okay.
Do you think poly is a fancy word for men or women who want to cheat with permission? I'm going to ask one more time. Do you think poly is just a fancy word for men and women who want to cheat with permission? Go ahead and answer that in the comments. And as you are doing that, we're going to move on to Mr. Nick Cannon. And we're going to, you want to talk about the 3 wives, the 3 husbands?
No. So what I was going to ask was, I probably was going to transition and probably hit us with an uppercut.
Okay.
But I know that there are women out there who are cool with you talking to other women. You know, hey, I'm cool with that. I know, I know my role. You know, all right, cool. And then you also got some women out there who are cool with sleeping with another wife's man. So as we just try to make this show about J.E., you know, and his lifestyle and what J.E. got going on, you know, can't believe y'all try to do me like that, man. And then you got women out here that are literally sleeping with other women's husbands, but won't be a sister wife. Oh, no. Can't stand in front of the church like that. You know what I'm saying? You will sleep with the husband, but you like him. You like what he got going on. You think it's cool. But one thing that I realize is that sometimes what other people believe and other people's standards and how they feel, sometimes it affects the decisions that we make.
Right.
Yeah.
I do think it heavily influences us. You want to roll into Nick Cannon or you want to talk? Okay. So we're going to show you guys a video of Nick Cannon's previous relationship.
I thought I was going to bait you into talking about the
what?
Your colleagues out there, you know what I'm saying, sleeping with married men, but I guess I didn't.
It is a lot of girls.
I guess you take up for them.
I was trying not to get controversial, but it is a lot of girls out here smashing married men. Let's be real about it.
I'm just playing.
Oh, okay. We ain't gonna get into it. We gonna get into Nick Cannon, y'all. We gonna keep it clean over here. We're not gonna get messy. Do? So I want y'all to watch his video so y'all can see what Nick Cannon did. Go ahead, put your headphones on, friend. Go ahead.
Oh Lord.
So we're going to get into this video about...
But do they all think that they're going to be able to rescue you from that life?
I think it is a rescue thing. Like, I can save her.
Is that what happened with Nick Cannon?
He's the only guy that was able to properly date me and my sister together.
And he didn't try to get you guys pregnant?
We had that discussion, but who wants brother cousins or sister cousins or daddy uncle? How do I explain that to everybody?
You guys were seeing him for how long?
I want to say like a year and a half.
So you guys would all just like hang out together?
Yeah, like almost live together.
And the sexual experiences would mostly be together?
Yeah, unless I wake up and he was like her in the bathroom, but I wouldn't care.
Wow.
Yeah. Immediate thoughts from what you just saw in that video. Immediate thoughts.
Immediate thoughts. Man, my immediate thoughts was, you know, first thought, second thought, third thought. You know, first thought, like, man, probably some good shower experiences. You know, but then second thought, you know, it's just like, man, that is kind of wild. You know, brother, cousins, you know, sleeping with twins. Like I say, you know, there might be some dudes' fantasies out there. You just never know. Third thought, like, yeah, that is kind of crazy. And then it's like, when you look at certain people's standards and certain people's morals and how they, you know, how they feel like it's okay, she clearly said it herself. If other people didn't feel that this was crazy, shoot, we probably would. So, I mean, what you want me to say there, Shanti? I mean, she clearly said that that she wanted to do it and they liked it. They did it together. Is it cool? No.
You got to be one nasty.
Is it cool? No, but
is it people doing it? To want to see your sister get down like that in your bathroom with a man that you getting down like that with too. You got to be some type girl. You don't mind a little incest. I'm scared of you. I'm scared. I'm scared.
I don't know. Say it's some porn twins, I think. Well, I don't think that they like perform sexual acts on each other.
Apparently they do.
But you got some where they, you know, they grab the sister booty and they, you know, they jiggle her chest. And they make money from that. And so, Ashanti, a lot of things happen in my life, even as simple as stripping. Like, would you strip? Like, would you be a stripper? Would you do porn?
No, I couldn't do porn. I'd be too scared.
I thought you was all.
No, I
can't. You was say I do too quick. No. I was like, oh, Ashanti, you scared me.
I couldn't do either. You know, in another life, if I could dance and I had the type of body, maybe. Don't know. Maybe.
So with the body, you would.
Yep. See, I'm not getting no work done. I'm not.
I'm saying, but if you were born with one of them Houston, Texas wagons.
Yeah, I'll be like gorgeous dog. Yeah, I'll be down there.
Go to college, you know what I'm saying, at Georgia State, but
Drake could
at
have
night,
my retirement jersey up there with Miracle Watts, Lyra Galore, and whoever the other girl was. Yeah, he'll retire me from the stage.
So I don't think this story has ever been told, but we can tell it on this platform.
Okay.
I was offered to do porn.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
During a time of my life where I really needed the money.
Did you do it?
And I was in my prime too.
Oh. Sips tea.
Yeah, I turned it down.
Oh.
Yeah, because we have morals.
Yeah.
And so I asked you, like, would you strip? Like, you know, when you think about the pleasure that may come from it, like, oh, like, yeah, I'll be a male stripper, all the girls laughing, and they rubbing on my chin, cool. But when you think about the morals and standards that you have,
yeah, I probably
as far as like, yeah, I can make $500 in 2 hours. I know I can with this body, but thank God for the Lord.
Well, let's say if I live a different lifestyle, though. If I live a different lifestyle, right?
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I grew up with great support from my family that I didn't have to seek other means. But when I listen to not all girls that are dancers, because some girls that are dancers choose to dance, they like to dance, and they don't have like a pathway that was wrong with it. But if I lived a different lifestyle and I'm trying to figure out the pillow to post thing, I might have been up there doing a little this and a little that. Now, right now, I'm not gonna do it. But if I did live a different life, I don't know.
See, I don't know how strong the group behind you, your friends, family, and you know the group chat. I don't know how hard they be on you about stuff that you do. You know, but I got people who care about me. You know, not saying you don't, but I'm talking about hey, you can't do that. You know, you represent us, and so it's not a bad thing. Not saying that, you know, like when y'all see me, I'm being fake, but it's like that's my foundation. You need those people to sometime remind you of who you are. I was watching a reel yesterday where a porn star, she was like, my two brothers, they didn't like it at first, and they was like, no, don't do it. But she was like, now they kind of accept it and they take pride in who I am. It probably was hard for them to accept at first. People still love you. But sometimes it's good to have that good foundation to keep us from making bad decisions out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? If I didn't come up the way I would have came up, I probably would have took that opportunity, and ain't no telling what type of mess I would have been into. You know?
Yeah. So do you think it's ethical for twins to date the same man in a poly?
I don't think that that's ethical. Simply because, I mean, we just look at, like they said, people know what they're doing. Hey, we can't have brother cousins. All right, cool.
So why do you think this didn't get as much attention than if it was the reverse? Like if a lady was dating two twin males, like two brothers.
I mean, for one, we're already familiar with what Nick Cannon does. We know his work. Like Kevin Durant says, like, do you know who I am? Like, we know who he is. This man has a great resume. Do you hear me? I'm talking about it's great.
Nick Cannon?
Man, oh my gosh.
Who the hottest one?
I don't know because I ain't into this. So I don't even know their names or none of them. But I'm just saying, when you look at, I think it's like 6 of them. When you look, it's like either one of these that you would have chose. I know that the average man would be thanking God, you know, for that. And it's only because they are some of the epitome of what models should look like. You know, they slim face, light skin. Some may have foreign descent, you know, with them as well. And so for a lot of men's desires and fantasies, it's always foreign,
racially ambiguous,
fit, maybe a light skin, fair skin, Whitley, or what was Shawty's name on Fresh Prince?
Oh, Hillary,
or Whitney, or Hillary. Yeah, you know, whatever. But either one of them women. I mean, if you could have just had one, this man Nick Cannon, he got them 6 as wives. Ain't no telling what he's done, you know, with.
Well, Mariah said she had to get from out of there.
This man had Mariah Carey.
She didn't like it though.
Well,
she got out of there.
Hey, I didn't read it.
You didn't?
I'm saying I didn't check into it.
Oh.
I'm not saying I don't know whether she liked it or not. But what I'm saying is, I mean, shoot, then you have twins. Like, man, this man is living Man,
please.
he's living a lot of fantasies that some men will never be able to live.
Would you date twins?
Woo. Oh man. I mean, could you imagine what it would look like if I pulled up with some twins? The reason I say that is because I believe that part of the dating aspect is you got to make sure that some people not dating you to show you off. Some people only getting with Ashanti so they could be like, oh, she topped my last girl, one. Then I'm only getting with Ashanti so I can show people I can get over a breakup, or I can't be alone. You get what I'm saying? So you never know like why people, with people. But yeah, I could, man, if I showed up with two twins, because what you show up with matters. If you show up with Respucia, folks gonna be like, man,
I say she probably got a good spirit. And she can cook.
And that man there, he has an eye for good love. Boy, hey, only you can love her.
If you show up to the cookout with twins, I'm calling the police.
If I show up with some fine twins,
I'm calling the law.
I'm gonna get some high five. I'm gonna get some questions, but I'm gonna get some high five. Like, bro, you got both of them?
So you wouldn't think, okay, so let me tell you. If your friend was dating twins, you wouldn't think he was nasty?
My first thought, no. I'm a man. There's not one thought of me would have been like, bro, you're disgusting. You low moral, low ethical. You don't have no ethics. You just terrible. No, I wouldn't say that at all. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it at all.
I think
Producer, can you put Ashanti on the camera? Oh, okay, cool. Can you just put us on camera? Yeah, that's cool. Just leave us on camera. We fine.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't know. That'd be my last thought. Bro, like how is that, bro? We got about 10 questions I asked before I called him disgusting.
That's disgusting. In the comments, would you date twins? Let me know. Men in the comments, would you date twins?
Come on now, Ashanti.
It's a charger right there.
Ashanti. Now, you got some women out here who say date them all. They say date them all.
Twins too?
But they didn't slept with friends. You got some homeboys that's best friends. They might as well be twins. They done wore the same drawers.
They in a poly.
Sleep in the same bed. And you got some
best
women,
friends and brothers, that's different.
But you got some women that done slept with brothers.
I know a situation like that.
That's what I'm telling you. So you want to come on Ashanti after 9 and tell me and look at me like I don't know what I'm talking about.
So let me tell you what happened. So this guy I know, he told me this his friend business, and I'm just gonna tell the business, but I ain't gonna say who it is. So his friend, don't tell who it is. I'm not gonna say no names. His friend was dating this girl back in the day, right? But he was dating her, but y'all know what was happening. He was, doing what he needed to do. Years later, he ran into the sister, and now he's actually dating the sister, y'all.
You know why?
No.
I can tell you.
Just nasty.
Make sure y'all follow me on social media, the JE Show, right there at the bottom. And if you go to the page, it's going to teach you on what happened. What happens is sometimes, that sister that come home, you remember Coming to America? You got the two sisters. One of them was mad because she didn't get the prince.
I never seen you Coming to America, but it's okay.
Yeah, we're going to revoke your black card.
It's already been revoked. It's fine.
Let's put revoke in the comments.
It's no, you don't have to do that. I've already had it revoked. It's fine.
So one of the sisters, it was two sisters. One of them got the prince, the other one didn't. But that happens today in, it happens all the time, where you got that one sister where it seems like they get the relationship all the time or they get the good guy. And then it might be where the other one, she may have trouble dating.
Mm-hmm. It's a small size.
Same situation.
Mm-hmm. See,
same situation.
I don't know. Dating brothers, like with this girl dating her sister's ex Nikki Link, that's some shady stuff.
But look, what happens is if you got this one right here where she's starting to, let's just say, you getting beat down in the other room and she could hear, because you got some girls and they'll try to sound off if they know other people are like in the house. you know, men, we do this too. You know, like, hey, bro, cool, you heard me in there tearing her up. Cool, you heard me in there killing. But you know, you got certain people who do stuff like that, but then you also have certain people who tell each other our sexual business, like, hey, girl, he does this to me, and you know, you got situations where she may tell you, the sister, like, oh, how bad he is, but then she may watch him for himself and see how she didn't know you to always be the person that messed things up, and it's not him. So if she see you messing up, I mean, I just like to give you different scenarios.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
because it could happen.
If my sister brought home some old work,
if she saw you was or maybe I'll say if she saw you treating them wrong, and then was
she
like,
better
hey,
follow suit,
sister.
She better treat him wrong too.
This is a good man.
No,
I know your flaws.
Absolutely not.
I know how you like to treat men like they're a transaction, and so I saw him for who he was.
Would you let your siblings date your exes? I need a quick answer.
My siblings.
Yeah.
Oh, like your sister. Okay, I had to think about it. I had to think about who they were. Like my brothers.
Date your exes.
I wouldn't let them.
You'll be cool with it because he saw the better in her than you did.
No, I wouldn't let him, but he better have a great excuse. And the thing is, I love my brother. My brother and my brothers have been very good on this course. Like, we got good resumes to each other. That'll be one of the first, or if not the most major thing that has ever been done. You get what I'm saying? You got to know who you're dealing with.
Yeah,
and that's why I said, if your sister was like, girl, you know you mess up every good man that come through here, and I'm tired of watching you mess him up. I had to get that one.
He damaged now. You better not want him no more. Look, if you in the comments, would you let your sibling date your man or your ex? Would you do that? I think that's crazy.
Ooh, that is crazy.
Imagine showing up to Christmas, looking to just commune with your family, and you see your ex in there.
Certain people are off limits. And hopefully we have morals and respect for one another to be able to keep them off limits. But some people, they like, hey.
Let's see. I love my exes more than I love my brother. I love them, but I don't know.
Big shout out to my dog Justin, man, too, for sure, man. That's my dog.
So we talking about one man dating sisters. We're gonna go to this next picture, and it's gonna be of a lady and her 3 husbands, y'all, because I want to make sure we got the same energy and the same understanding for this lady and her man, her harem of men.
Yeah, and while we're looking at this picture, we can hear my voice in the voiceover. You know, we tried to make this show about me, and we tried to make it about men being poly, but we, because I'm not poly whatsoever, but we tried to say I was. But then when we look at this picture right here,
right,
there are a lot of women out there right now sleeping with 2 men. Now, they may not be pictured together, but there are a lot of women out there that are sleeping with 2 men, sometimes on back-to-back days, sometimes on the same day. Now, you got this queen right here who has decided that she want to bring all of her men together to make one. Now, you got some women out there, Ashanti, they have enough willpower and they got enough feminine energy to be able to convince something like that. Like, hey, we gonna do this and I want you to do that. My only question to you is, what type of person do you have to be to tag on into a poly relationship? Like, what type of person do you think they have to be?
A team builder. She got a group of team builders. They just looking up at her. They ready to work. And I like that. They ready to work. They ready to get down. So just like the twins was getting down in the bathroom with Nick.
Right.
They look like they getting down in the workforce. To me, that's what I saw. They was ashy lip. They look like they just was tired. They just was hustling and bustling. And now they ready to bring their check to their queen. And I like that look for her. I really do. I like that look for her.
Okay. Could that be you in the middle?
No, see, I'm gonna just tell you why. I do believe, like I told you, I believe in poly overseas, Eastern. I'm not about to take care of 3 men.
You gotta cook 4 steaks if not 8, because they want to eat a steak tomorrow too. You gotta cook meat, take meat.
Oh, I don't even eat meat.
You
So,
vegan?
I mean, I'm close to it. I'm pescatarian, so
Not after them.
Oh,
not no more.
Mm.
You gotta upgrade your protein.
Oh my. I might be vegan after
Can
that.
you? And so as I was asking, you know, and letting men know, like, hey, if you want to be poly, understand you're gonna have to deal with the emotions of several women. Like, can you deal with the aggressions?
For what? Aggression? Are you talking about football? No. Are they yelling in the house?
3 drunk men, you know what I'm saying, after watching the Cowboys game, NFL Sunday, then they all want some. You get what I'm saying?
Oh my. I have to be out of town.
Can't be out of town every Sunday.
Baby, I have to figure out me a religion that's gonna ban me from having to do anything on Sundays.
Hold on, what did they say right there? You don't have a oh, I'm sorry. You don't have a choice anymore these days. Most women force you to share or leave.
I bet Nick even sharing too. I do believe Nick is sharing.
I mean, that's real. You know, like, and I wish that more kings would step forward. You know, some of these kings, they're afraid to answer on some of the subjects that I'm talking about. They're afraid to speak on them. You know, they feel like they might get ridiculed. But you do have women who say, hey, sis, date them all until you find the right one. I mean, that's pretty much what that picture looks like. If you have an intercourse with 3 men in 2 weeks, if you heard that come to your group chat, like, girl, I done had sex with 3 different men in 2 weeks. Like, I mean, what would you say? Like, what would you diagnose her with?
Did that. I do know a girl that did
I know a couple girls that did that.
And it was unfortunate because her lights was about to get cut off, and I'm just like, dang, why you not helping? Why they not helping you out? And you making, you know, cooking for them and stuff, and they coming over laying up at the house, and it's sad. What you say, bad coochie management? So y'all do know, and so when I hear it's a sad situation, I'm like, then girl, you sad. You really sad.
Man.
Yeah, it's really happening out here.
I mean, God, at least get some Zaxby's. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, get your car cleaned out or something.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, her lights was about to get cut off. She had the men in and out like a trap, having some parking around her back, you know, different stuff, because she had one toxic when he used to pull up anytime. And he was the one, when he pulled up, like if he was on the way, she canceling other appointments with the other two. You know what I mean? Because that's her favorite one. But yeah, I did know one. But the poly doesn't work in her favor.
Oh my
God. Oh, what happened?
Wanda said if they are watching the Cowboys, they are going to be mad and they're going to want to get busy. That is hilarious.
Oh, no,
that
girl.
is hilarious.
Please.
Baby.
I had to block that channel from even coming on my TV. We can't watch Cowboys. So, moving on to Neo, right? Because we're just going to flip the dynamic.
First of all, I thought Neo was...
Oh, see, why all of a sudden people think you going there, but I said it and everybody acting like
no. I'm here to agree. Look, let's lock in. Okay. I'm here to agree with you, my friend.
There is Neo and his 3 ladies, y'all.
So he got facial hair right there, but Neo has the facial hair of a, you know,
not pedophile.
He just kind of, he kind of gives me those. Either you can take me, or like I've been with Diddy before. Like he kind of gives me that. Like his face is like, yeah, I've been with Diddy before. Put me back on the screen so they can see me. Yeah, I've been with Diddy before, you know, but
no, I mean,
no Diddy, none.
No Diddy.
But that's what his face is like. I was highly shocked to see that he had multiple girlfriends.
See, Neo, I didn't like him since he messed over Mayetta, right? The first lady he had kids with, he did her wrong, and it's just gonna be long suffering for that man.
He cheated on her.
He cheated on her. They had 2 children. He told her, "Hey, babe, I want to get married to you. We don't want to have any more kids. Let's make this decision to go ahead and get your tubes tied." She got her tubes tied. They engaged, and then bam, he ended the engagement and started dating that lady named Crystal, which he was cheating on her with prostitutes. And I just feel like it's just gonna be disparaging things coming towards him since he did wrong by his first girl.
Oh, Neo. So he was got the girl tubes tied. So now she can't have children with no other man ever.
He's selfish.
Before they got married.
During engagement, yep.
Hey, when you have too much money,
and I just feel like he's not gonna prosper, which is why he out here looking for different women, calling it non-monogamy. And he running around town with those hats on, looking crazy as hell.
So that's all you got to say about that, like this.
I also think when it comes to Neo and what he's doing, I think he could have just did this from the beginning. I don't think he had to get married to Crystal. I don't think he had to have Mayetta tie her tubes. I think he could have out the gate just said, I'm poly, and saved everybody else heartache and time. He was, even when he was dating Crystal, he was still dating prostitutes.
But do we know his background? You know, did he come from a Christian-based household where once he finally got into Hollywood, or once he finally got power and money and freedom, that these things started to exude, I believe the word is, out of him, because sometimes when you get that money, and that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about, on the cast today, was sure you got some people who get the R. Kelly or the Diddy, where they get enough money to where they start abusing their power.
That's true. His patterns that he's doing now, are just consistent with what he was doing when he was with his first kid's mom.
And how fiance. That was 20 years ago? Like, what were we talking about?
I don't know. I know it's been more than 10 years.
Oh, okay.
I know it's been more than 10 years. Hold on, let me see what the comment. Was that Neo? Neo. Oh. No, now. He not handsome with that hat on. I'm not sure.
Never heard one woman call him handsome. Justin is hilarious.
This one right here, I'm not shocked. Those be the type of ones. You right. You are so right. Like, I don't like Neo. I'm a Neo hater. I am. I love his music.
Great songwriter.
But it just make my nose turn up when I figure out how he did that lady. And so I don't feel like his poly situation is gonna work out.
I mean, hey, your feeling is how you feel, because he got that money and he can always attract somebody, with not the same ground that you stand on. You get what I'm saying? Yeah,
one of the girls, I think the last girl was like his dancer or something like that. She was on tour with him.
You just never know. Like, some people, they feel comfortable. Like, hey, I know him. Hey, I'd rather just be with him. You get what I'm saying? And true, I know how he moves. He's already shown me that he's going to talk to other women. And so I understand that. I'm writing a book.
About being poly?
No. Oh. But part of the book is there are two things that a man needs. It's only two. If you do these two things, you can cover an umbrella of our needs. The only thing that a man needs is understanding and support.
Okay.
As I'm looking at you, I just saw another chapter go into my book. Literally, the only thing that we need as men is understanding and support. When I say support, this is where that chapter gonna come in. Y'all like to ask a lot of questions. Sometimes men don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? We just need you to understand and support what we got going on. You get what I'm saying? There's a time for the questions, but then there's also a time where, because of that understanding and support, we're trying to get you to understand what we got going on, and then we just need you to support it. Like, that's it. I'm also writing a book on what women need, and it's like, y'all need 5 things.
What is it? Tell me.
I got to make the book longer.
Tell me real quick.
Let me see if I can get them out. Communication, comfortability, consistency. God, dog. It's the 4 C's. Communication, comfortability, consistency. What else y'all need? Communication.
Oh, yeah, cash.
Communication.
Cash.
Oh, I did? Oh, communication, comfortability, consistency, and
cash flow.
Currency.
No, currency. No, that's in comfortability. It was another C I forgot. But yeah, y'all need too much. Yeah, I mean, y'all need
cars.
Consideration. That's what it was.
Cartier,
Consideration. If you don't,
Chanel.
yeah, if you don't consider, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a lot of C's. I can think of a couple more C's.
Yeah, can somebody in the Ashley said clarity. But these are this what I know women need: communication, consistency.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be comfortable. If Ashanti is not comfortable,
That's true. I agree.
if you ain't comfortable, it's gonna be some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna transition.
Where we going now?
But I do want to ask one question
Okay.
before we transition off Nick Cannon. And if you're in the comments and you are a man, let me know. Would you date twin sisters if twins knocked on your door and said, hey, me and my sister, we really like your swag. We really like how you get down. Can we be in a poly with you? Would you say yes or no? I need y'all to quickly answer. I already know y'all so freaky in the comments, so y'all gonna say yes. But please just go ahead and mark it down in the comments for us as we
That'd be
transition.
so cool.
You would accept?
Look.
Oh, okay.
My carnal nature would probably be like, hey, right on. But then when I think about how I was raised, morals and ethics come to the forefront, you know.
Mm-hmm. So you would say no. You would just do it in the dark, in the light, in the bathroom. Okay.
Dating, marrying, no. But as far as the experience to be able to,
Mm-hmm.
who knows? Hey, I gotta be honest, because men be lying.
Okay.
Men are good liars.
So lastly, we're gonna talk about Brent Faiyaz. I know y'all saw those messages that went viral with him and that social worker. That went viral. Now, what was your thoughts about seeing those messages come out?
Originally, my first thought was, how did you get into this? You know, like as the woman, you know, I see her reposting it, and then I'm like,
she's just going to work.
But she wasn't a sex worker before then. I don't think.
I mean, she signed up and she just got a job.
No. See, that's the thing. My thing is how did you get involved in this? You're posting screenshots of men telling you that you would pass around, and after you just got passed around to my two homeboys, I'm gonna come get you in about an hour, and then instead of being like, hey, respect me, and you know, like, make sure you talk to me correctly, it's like, no, okay, I'll be here.
What
like,
if they was role playing?
They weren't role
How
playing.
you know?
Ashanti, they weren't role playing. They weren't role playing. And sometimes we're able to see an example of exactly who people are. Sometimes. And she, trying to expose him, she showed us exactly who she was.
See,
you're comfortable with being talked to, disrespected, and treated like you ain't nothing but a piece of meat.
That's what she's getting paid to be. That's what she's getting paid to be.
I didn't see any transactions where funds were being talked about, or she didn't name her price. I didn't see the name the price. The name your price tool.
The girls on the corner are not getting paid in cash out and electronic payment.
I didn't see the name your price tool.
He said, "Let me know. I'm gonna take care of you." What you think that means? He gonna hold her at night when they get done?
She ain't a professional bitch. She should have let him know the price right then.
He knew. She already got paid. She already got paid. Didn't you didn't read when she said she sucked too, and she on her smoke break with her pre-roll? You think she got down and she ain't getting no funds yet? And they have multiple days of text messages. You think she ain't getting no funds? Even when she came and complained to us, she never said he didn't pay me. He paid.
I don't know.
See, this is what I think. Like,
you said they just let the money on the dresser? Like when she got done, like you just, like after you get done, the money right there on the dresser, you know, in cash, ones and stuff.
It's probably not a dresser. It's probably this. He gave her money when he got there.
Why she don't have a price for her vagina?
She did. She never complained that he didn't pay. Never. She never said he didn't give me any money. Because let me tell you, when the girls don't get paid, you know what they do? They start recording you. And they're going to put up there, oh, he was supposed to give me my money. He never gave me my money. He paid. But this is my question with the whole thing.
Okay.
When you are a social worker, when you're a social worker and you get paid for it, why is the privacy not kept? I think if somebody is paying for a service like that, it is a transaction that's supposed to be between me and you. I came in your establishment. I received my services. I paid. I think it should be no conversation after I receive my services about services that was rendered.
So let's talk about the extra power that comes from that.
Okay.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
You saying she on powder?
I said cocaine, but I meant social media.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just referencing the great Dave Chappelle. But social media is a hell of a drug. So we're talking about sometimes where, you know, we will do things for a certain amount of money, for a certain amount of exposure, depending on who the person is. You know, some people may be willing to reveal some of their clients. And so in this case, she like, hey, this is my top client, my top paying client. But he treats me and talks to me like I'm nothing, you know? And what I saw in the messages, it was like she accepted it, but it was like, or maybe she was just trying to play it cool, but then she turned around and exposed it later. You know, I don't know if she was just like playing the game the whole time.
I think she was mad her favorite customer and then fired her. He fired her at the end. When he told her he constantly recruiting because she didn't bring nobody around. I think she exposed this situation, and at the end of the day, I think she looked crazy because she was a willing participant, right? And I think a lot of times as women, we do have to take accountability when we get ourselves in situations, and now all of a sudden we don't like what's happening, but you were cool with it.
You were cool with it when it first happened. He was
cool with she was cool with being called the HOE, the B word, him talking to her like that. She got her money and the thing was over with. When he fired her and told her it's a wrap, now she mad.
Right.
And I don't think she's mad about how he was talking to her. I think she was mad because now she's not going to be getting that money anymore.
So what does this do to the general public in the eyes pertaining to Brent Faiyaz? Did I pronounce his name correctly?
You did.
I did. Mm-hmm. Why you look like that?
I love Brent.
I'm going to call his ass. You made me cuss for the first time on live. Don't look like that.
That might not have been me. That might have been that right there. But
call the man Brent Faiyaz.
So for me,
made me cuss.
I don't think that Brent Faiyaz getting in this situation will change my opinion of him. I feel like I already knew he was on some BS because of the type of music he makes and how consistent it is. So I'm not really shocked about what happened.
Is he the modern day R. Kelly?
No, he's not. R. Kelly was committing crimes and sleeping with young kids. He paid for services rendered that from an adult woman. No kills over here.
Sleeping with 14 and 15-year-olds, forcing you to sleep with my homeboys. And
she wasn't forced to sleep with her homeboys.
She wasn't forced?
No.
Encouraged?
He asked her, "What did you do?" She said, "This is what I did."
Oh, I didn't see that message. You got the message?
Yeah, the messages should be over there.
Let's see.
Under Brent.
I didn't see that.
Yes, I think I got him up there. Let me see.
Oh,
that's the one. No, go to the other one. That's the one when he fired her. She was so mad about it. There we go, right there.
This it right here?
Mm-hmm. Here, I got it on my phone so you can see a little bit better. He fired her, but he didn't force her to do anything. Where is that screenshot? Here it is. Look.
After the second Asian friend was gone and one with the beard who's not.
Start right there.
Oh, I seen it. What would you do? I sucked two, then smoked the pre-roll. After the second Asian was gone and one with the beard who's not money was asleep. I don't know if curly head was fuck. He seemed busy or something, but each time I came down, I was like, who's next? So I tried Today's New Day. Good girl, you family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So my thing is
here we go. You good for sharing that MF hit. Everybody can vouch. You cool too. We can pass you a little blank around for years. To be honest, good life. And look who liked it.
she did.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
She was consenting.
That's all I was saying. So I don't understand the point of the exposure because
that's what I'm saying. So why is it cool for social workers?
You're cool with this.
Yeah.
You know, what was the point of the exposure?
Her favorite client fired her.
So sometimes them insights and them likes and them shares, they overtake, you know, our standards, our morals, and our ethics. Because I doubt that she's sharing, you know, anybody else. I mean, I definitely wouldn't book with somebody who every time you have sex with her, she put the reviews on her story. I ain't booking with you.
Right. The privacy clause.
Give me somebody with some
privacy. So tell me this, because we are in an era when you have the Selena Powells, Cat Stacks, Superhead, Brittany Renners, women that are going to be a vault, and then all of a sudden they're gonna put out all of their situations. I don't know about
Selena Powell. What she's good at what she do?
She was the one that said she slept with Offset, Fetty Wap, Snoop Dogg, a lot of celebrity men. I can't think of all of their names, but was.
That's one of the worst big three lineups I ever heard. Man, what a terrible resume. God, dog. Man.
So
Jesus, I ain't finna call no man fine, but golly, that was a terrible lineup.
With women out here that are exposing
BPM,
men,
bad management.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So with women that are out here, like those women exposing men, should these men still expect to have some form of privacy when it comes to their transgressions with these women?
Hey, kings, as a king, you know, you have to make sure that you are sowing your oats, you know, within the right gardens. You know what I'm saying? Sowing your seeds within the right gardens. I've been a victim of it, you know, where you know, your sexual desires or you know, as I've heard Future say, you know, because you may have been drunk one night, you know, you may look at somebody, you know, at the party or the venue, you know what I'm saying? You might get the number. Your vision might have been impaired, you know what I'm saying? You know, things may not have been as clear as if you would have been sober-minded or the lights would have been on.
Right.
You know, so you have to be careful.
You have to be careful.
You have to be careful where you put your seeds. You know what I'm saying? And that's all up to us because, you know, at the end of the day, you got a choice to insert. It's really up to you, you know. You got a choice to put a jacket on, give them some, like, all of that leads up to us. So I don't really like to hear that when it's like, oh, it just happened. Like, no, like you have a choice to decide what you want to do as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's a positive note that we can go ahead and end on.
That's how you feel?
I do. I feel like, because I was going to, you know, take it another direction, but we got to go ahead and wrap it up.
I'm a positive person.
You are. What I'm saying? And he's good to close it out.
But I'm not poly.
Okay, you positive, but you're not poly.
I'm positive. I'm a positive person. Let me be specific.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me be specific.
Okay.
Yeah, positive person.
Positive person, but not poly. Okay, I got it. Well, we want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to Make It Make Sense. Before we leave, please make sure you like, share, comment on the video. Make sure you have your tickets for April 13th at 6:30 for Success in the City. I will be there on the red carpet. We won't be getting into some mess, but we will be getting into it with some of the business owners and entrepreneurs on the red carpet. So make sure you meet me there and make sure you stop and say, hey, I can't wait to see you there. I always end with this quote: when you raise the barrier of entry, you force the standard to rise. If you are a twin sister and you out here hunching on a man with your sister, you are sick. All right, and get off the internet. Please snatch all the mics from girls that have messages like that. And if you are Brent Faiyaz, you know I love Brent Faiyaz. That's my man. He could do no wrong. So go King. You know, I appreciate it. And Justin said he's not poly. So there you have it. Whoever those young ladies were, you weren't convincing because he still didn't choose you. He chose monogamy. You can go ahead now.
Yeah, I mean, but as I stated, you know, in the last show, these women, they had been watching me for a minute, you know, and true, after, you know, hearing a young king talk, you know, they're like, hey, I might be able to present this plan to you, you know. I want to let you know that, hey, I've been thinking about this. It may seem like not necessarily like in line with what you have going on, but I'm comfortable with being able to share this side of me with you. And so all guys won't receive that. And it's a reason why Ashanti has me here. I'm proud to be able to give you guys those type of testimonies. I'm proud to be able to give you those guys those real life experiences. Some of those that some men, you know, probably won't ever experience, but that's what I'm here for. I want to encourage you guys to trust the process on your journey, whatever it is that you do. I live by that. No matter what you're involved in or what you do, continue to trust the process. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. And I hope to see you all Sunday, April the 13th at Success in the City. It's going to be a blast.
See y'all soon. Peace.